talking about an issue I know is very near and dear to all of our hearts and our heads, because I'm talking about hair. Now, personally, I've tried just about everything and anything over the years, and because of this, I have had my own share of highs, lows, and plenty of critics. Now, whether you have good hair, bad hair, are on Team Natural, or are processed and proud of it, it consumes and divides us. And I wanted to get to the root of all the drama. So, let's start by checking this out. Hair is a source of pride and at times prejudice. This is especially true with the African American community. From early Egypt to tribal Africa, the significance of hair has always played a role in defining a woman's beauty and her worth. But today, something as simple as a hairstyle can ignite a firestorm of controversy.
Your hair is nappy, they're not happy.
Chris Rock's documentary, Good Hair, tackled the issue head-on.
What's your definition of good hair?
Something that looks relaxed and nice.
Within the black community, if you have good hair, you're prettier or better than. The lighter, the brighter, the better.
Recently, Gabrielle Union dyed her extensions blonde for an upcoming movie role. And this Instagram photo led to people questioning my character and my blackness. But then, can you be too black? Wendy Williams seemed to think so when Viola Davis wore her tiny afro to the 2012 Academy Awards. Another comedian, Cheryl Underwood, shocked audiences when she questioned why Heidi Klum would save her half-black children's hair. You never see us at the hair place going, I need those curly nappy beads. That just seems nasty. Pressed, relaxed, natural or weave, somebody always has something to say. And today, so do we. We sure do. We have 4 women with 4 different hair journeys sitting before you. So on my left, I have representatives from Team Weave. Now, this is Arcadia, this is Kay. They love their long locks. They say they're more beautiful when they add on the extra. Over here, we have Team Natural. Sakena and Nicole say a black woman's God-given hair is something to embrace, and they hate it when non-naturals reject it. So let's listen to what these 4 ladies have to say.
I absolutely love wigs and weaves. I collect them all like candy. My hair is my ultimate accessory, and I just can't get enough. I call my hair pieces my girls, and I name each and every one of them based on how they make me feel. Here we have Felina. This one's Miss Leslie. And over here we have the twins, my favorites, Yvonne and Yvette. Aren't they gorgeous? No one has any right to tell me what to do to my child's hair or what I do to my own hair.
I'm an all-natural girl, and I feel like when I wear my teeny-weeny afro, it's a reflection of self-love and beauty. Black women should ditch the creamy crack and the fake hair and focus on saving more of their hard-earned money. Sorry, Team Weave, everyone should feel this kind of freedom.
So what if I spend over $1,000 a month on my weave? I look fabulous. It makes me feel good about myself, and I'm not hurting anyone. To all the haters and the naysayers, zip it up, because I really don't care. I'm having an awesome hair day every day, as you can see when I'm rocking my weave.
I've been natural for the past 10 years, and that's way longer than these new naturals even thought about rocking the hair that they have. For me, it's not a trend, it's my lifestyle. I think that women should wear what God gave them. I don't understand why black women are hiding underneath another person's hair. Why do you want to look like something other than what you are? You're beautiful.
Yay! We are going to start with Team Weave, and we're going to start with Arcadia. Why do you believe that weaves are the way to go?
Well, for me, it started at age 16, and I was just fixated on it since then. I just love the options I have, the versatility. I don't have to commit. It's an accessory. You don't leave home without your car keys, your cell phone. You don't leave without your hair. So,
Okay, you agree with that, I'm guessing?
Yes, I definitely agree. I've been wearing weaves for like the past 5 years, and it just gives me so much versatility, like she said. I have the option to color my hair. I'm like addicted to it.
Would you ever go out without a weave?
I've been like 4 or 5 days when I have to treat it and relax my hair.
Yeah,
and
what do you do?
I don't take any pictures. I'm like, I might wear a hat or a headband. It just...
You hide?
I hide. I do hide, because when I wear the weave, it makes my hair look so much fuller, and I look better, and I feel more confident about myself.
Okay, let me come back to you, Arcadia.
Whoa.
You saw in that bit of film there, that how many hair pieces do you have?
I have over 60 hair pieces. I don't even answer my front door without one of them on.
How many? 60?
Over 60.
Where do you keep them?
I have a closet. And I take care of them.
They have names?
They have names.
What are we rocking today?
This is Dana. This is Dana.
Here's the thing, Trish.
Okay, so this is Sakina. Obviously, you're a natural team.
I'm a natural, and there's no such thing as us really hating each other. We have different points of view. I think what's missing here is the historical truth. Before I went natural, it was more of a spiritual thing. It was more of
So you used to wear a weave?
Oh, yeah. And guess what? I don't necessarily have a problem with us adorning our heads with different hair pieces. We've been doing that historically since Africa.
Yeah.
That's not the problem.
Oh.
The problem is my sister just said that she cannot go out the house without her hair weave.
So she's hiding herself?
My sister here just said she feels more beautiful when she puts that on her hair. I have a problem with that. What I would like to see is more black women being okay with, when you're in between your weave, wearing what God gave you. That's it. So why don't you? Yeah.
And see, that's the thing right there. I don't understand why they feel like we don't think we're beautiful with or without.
But why won't you go out without it?
That's just not how I want to present myself to people. To me,
you wouldn't pull your wig. You've got a wig on now.
I have a wig on now.
You would never just pull that off.
Trish, here's the thing.
Not
and I'm not going to take over the show because I could. Not you, not against you, but just in general, because this subject is not going to be covered in an hour.
No.
Okay? The point here is, what did you just say? You said it's not presentable enough.
I didn't say it wasn't presentable
and
enough.
that's
not
where
how
I have an issue.
Myself.
Anytime you are wearing what you're born as, and it's seen as not presentable enough, and not pretty enough, or not fancy enough, I've been asked, well, we're going out tonight. What are you going to do to your hair? I'm going to wear my hair.
Yeah.
Because I'm just as pretty with it, am I not?
I want to bring in Nicole, because Nicole, you went natural how long ago and why?
The very first time I ever cut all my hair off, I was 16, but I've been relaxed or chemical free for about 10 years now.
Ever worn a wig?
I've worn braids. I've never worn like sew-ins or wigs.
Right.
But I've worn braids before.
So what point did you want to make?
Well, first I wanted to ask, when you say that you feel more beautiful, I'm curious as to when did this concept come into your mind that this straight texture was better or more beautiful on you than what you came out with?
What I was born with, I can wear that any day of the year. Okay, so I just am fascinated about how I can change my look. I can wear a texture look if I want to. I can be straight today, I can be curly tomorrow. I don't have to commit. And the next day, I can wear what I was born
What
at.
about you, Kay? What do you think?
It's all about options. I just wanted to come back to Sakina. She was saying that, you know, wear what you were born with. You weren't born with that color here.
Right.
So that's not natural.
Right.
So I
hear you.
understand.
Here's the thing. Me wearing my makeup, I can take this off.
Yeah, but what about hair
I
dye?
can take these lashes off. I can cut this off.
I can cut this out.
The problem is you don't.
Let's talk about children, because you've got little girls. You all have. You're all mums. Okay.
I have sons.
You have sons. Okay. Now let me ask you, with your daughters, how are they about their own hair?
I think they're fine with it. My oldest, she's 10, and actually, she didn't like her natural state of hair. She asked me to straighten it at about the age of 7. So, you know, she.
So you straighten your daughter's hair? You have a 3-year-old.
I have a 3-year-old.
You wouldn't straighten her hair?
I've straightened hers too.
Oh, relaxers?
Trish, can I jump in? If your mother is not celebrating what she was born as, the child is not going to do that.
I disagree with that because my mother wore her natural hair.
Right.
My
And through
mother
that,
wore her
you
natural
still
hair,
aren't proud.
and I'm still me. So I disagree with that. Just
what
because
I'm
my
saying is-
mother never wore extensions.
Right.
Beautiful hair, natural hair. It's just a personal choice.
Now, Sakina, I should say, Sakina's hairstylist is actually here in the audience with us today. She wanted in on this discussion. Queenie, hi.
Hello.
This is Queenie. Stand up for me. So, Queenie, you look after Sakina's natural hair. You have extensions, so which team are you on?
Well, I'm a salon owner, so I'm definitely team weave.
Yes.
Okay. It is my profession. I do have a lot of clients that opt
You make
for the
money
weave.
from it?
Absolutely. I do have a lot of clients that opt for the weave. I believe it's a lifestyle thing. Everybody should have an option. I have a lot of busy clients, people that work out all the time. The weaves are just easier to maintain.
Easier than natural?
Absolutely.
Black hairstylists were not trained to do black hair. Let's get that straight. They were trained to do straight hair.
That's not true. The mannequin was black. She actually had wool. Okay, I was like,
whoa,
this is not black hair. So we did get a mannequin. It was one mannequin that was a kinky hair mannequin. And you're absolutely right. They trained us to blow it out and to relax it.
And to hide it.
They didn't, not to hide it.
Black
No, they
hairdressers were trained to hide our hair, and they've been doing it for a long time. The blood is on their hands.
But that's not the truth. I'm telling you that that's not the truth. You didn't go to hairdressing school.
You're right.
You don't own a salon.
Right.
So you don't know.
Let me tell you something. Queenie, I'm going to come back to you, but just now, let me come to Arcadia. Now, Arcadia, we've heard that you've taken your good hair obsession to another shocking extreme. It involves, as I said before, your 3-year-old daughter. So I want to talk more about what we're teaching young girls, as well as to hear what men really think about our hair. That's when we come back. All right. Talking about the controversial topic of good hair, what it is, what it isn't, and the women joining me today, like much of the country, are divided on this hot-button issue. Now, Arcadia admits she's a hairaholic and has taken her obsession to new lengths when it comes to her own children. You see, Arcadia has gone as far as to chemically straighten her 3-year-old daughter's hair. Why?
It just looks nicer, and if you can see her in the video, it's not just bone straight, it just kind of tames it to where it's more manageable.
So you texturized
I did a texture softener.
That's a chemical.
Did she ask for it?
No, she did not. She did not ask for it. I made that decision on my own.
You chose to have her hair...
I chose to do that. Her texture is different from my oldest, and it was a little bit more for me to manage, and that just saves time, and it's less painful for her.
And does your oldest wear weaves?
The blood is on your hands. The blood is on your hands. Listen, she is now taking this to the level where you're teaching a 3-year-old that what she is born as is not good enough for the world. You need to be reversing that, sis. Tell her that she is beautiful the way she is.
Her that, and she knows she was beautiful before it. She's beautiful now.
No, that's what you say with your mouth, but your actions are saying otherwise.
No.
Do you like your hair like that?
It's a lie.
You didn't even ask her for her approval.
Does your older daughter wears what, fake ponytails?
Sometimes she does. I allow her to wear them.
Would she ever wear any of your weaves? Or
At her slumber party, we had a pink carpet event, and all the girls wore my hair pieces, and they strutted them down the carpet.
Let's get this straight. I hear a lot about hair trends and, well, it just makes me beautiful. When you go back in the history of black hair, and I think that's what's missing with my sisters, when you go back into the history of black hair, you realize that we as a people did not choose to do this because of a trend. Our ancestors did it to assimilate in a society that was not theirs.
This is the thing.
Okay, I just want to say that that's not true. Like, once again,
read the history books.
Read the
history books.
This is what I've studied.
Not enough.
A lot of times we straighten the hair because it's manageable.
American Journal of Epidemiology has done studies, and it has correlated early puberty and relaxers to young black girls, okay? We know that they have made correlations between relaxers and fibroids in black women.
Okay, let me jump in there. Just a minute. Let me just hold on. Just a minute.
True.
Whoa,
but it's worth looking
hang
into.
on, just a minute. I want to jump in there because as a journalist, I always go back to the source. I did go back to the original Boston University study, and they put out a statement. They never did that. There was misreporting. They never, ever made that correlation. So I need to say that.
That's not true.
Okay, Trish. I need to say that legally.
Let me say this.
I need to say that legally for the Boston University team that did that.
I didn't mention the Boston University
But that's
team,
where it came from.
I would say...
Let me come back to Arcadia, because I'm interested. Her sister is in the audience, Tracy. Tracy, stand up. You have natural hair.
Yes.
What do you think? Your niece is having their hair straightened and seeing Mum with all these hair pieces. What do you think it's doing to them?
My nieces are beautiful. My sister's beautiful. She's beautiful. Arcadia has worn natural hair, and she's beautiful with it. I just found out that she.
I didn't even tell them I was going to do it.
Oh, you didn't just find out?
I did not know.
Nobody knew.
I did not know.
I knew they were going to give me problems.
Yeah,
with
you
it,
didn't
so.
tell anyone till now.
I didn't tell anybody.
Yes.
I'm just like, they'll see it, and then I'll hear all of that.
I did not agree with
There's Trisha who get up in the morning and have to be to work at 8:30 and
You're
comb
not the
two
only woman
heads.
with a daughter with black hair.
You see,
I got not,
but this goes back.
She has 2 boys. She has no girls.
All right,
This goes back to
I want to Mum, you put your hand up. You press it.
I do my own hair.
You hot bouncing and behaving.
But I do want to say, Trish, I do want to say that my granddaughter, who is 10 years old, and I got a problem with, you know, little girls should have ponytails, and their hair should be like little girls.
Yeah.
My granddaughter wants her hair down her back, shaking and bouncing and behaving because her mother hair is, you know, and so you do send bad messages. You got to be real
Why
careful.
is that a bad message for her here to be confident about herself and her hair to look fabulous?
Wait a minute, wait, excuse me.
My daughter has long hair. She has natural hair.
But just listen to me for a minute. Just listen to me for 1 minute. This is the deal. We don't need hair bouncing and behaving to be confident. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that.
Tracy,
We don't need it. Yes.
Tracy, so you're more about it being natural.
That's right.
The topic of wearing a different texture hair versus wearing your own texture, that's not, what we're getting at is not about it being enhancement. It's about how you allow your children to view themselves
I feel like
as
we're
they
black
are.
enough without our nappy hair. That's what I get from you all. But I feel like they're saying we're not being black enough for not wearing nappy hair. I know I'm black with weave, without it. I think you all have an issue with owning your ethnicity, like this is the only way to define it.
No, I don't.
People physically can see that you're a black woman. I can wear blonde hair, I'm still a black woman. I can wear red hair, I'm a black woman. But you are not that color. That's right. Your eyes are not that color.
There are women, and I'm not saying it's you, there are women that honestly, to their core, believe this is absolutely the ugliest thing.
And we've had people,
and that's the problem. That's the problem.
Okay, now, that's extreme. What I'm saying is, I'm not an extremist. I am very realistic.
You are an extreme.
I told you, sis,
Do people
I don't
think she's
have a problem with
extremist?
you wearing
Now, I want to come back to Tracy. You did make a remark. You said you thought your sister was very beautiful with her hair natural.
Yes.
And you would you like to see a natural again?
Natural, yes.
Well, we're throwing out a challenge to you, Arcadia, today. We have our dream team, stylist team here, and they are willing to give you a natural hair makeover. Are you up for that?
Wow. I have not worn my own hair in about 8 years.
8 years?
It's been about 8 years since I actually openly worn my own hair.
Are you willing to give Dana a day off?
Serena, they have to work hard. But you know, I'm willing to, because even at work, the students, I work at a hair school. They ask me, when am I going to ever wear my own hair? So I'll be willing to give it a try.
You're willing to do that? So we'll get you to head on back, and, you know, our dream team are going to make your natural dreams come true. And we're going to see the results at the end of the show. So be my guest. Be my guest. Now, coming up, we take the black hair debate to the barber shop. What do men really think about your hair? We'll be right back. Well, today we're talking about the highly debatable issue of good hair. In fact, our panelists have been discussing this right throughout the commercial break, and everyone in the audience. Now, we've heard from Team Natural and we've heard from Team Weave. They both had a lot to say. But my next guest's opinions may shock you all. This is Fearless 2005, as he's known on YouTube by his audience, and he believes weave is leading to the degradation of the black race. Listen to this.
There are so many Negro-peeing black females out there. I get tired of flicking in their hair. You can't talk to them without them twirling their hair in their head, and they're flicking all over their head, and they're throwing their head all around. You don't have to impersonate a European, a white female. Many black women are gonna start losing their men because of that weave, because they're just tired and sick of looking at that fake hair, them dead folk hair on their head, that animal hair on their head. He's tired of looking at it.
First off, out of the blocks is Queenie, because she's joining us on stage as Arcadia's getting her makeover. Now, Fearless 2005, this is the name you go to protect your anonymity, so that means you're not really that fearless, but I might go on about that. Do you really believe the things that you're saying?
Exactly, exactly. And that's a good example of Negro peeing women.
Who?
I listened in the background.
What did you call them?
Negro peeing.
What is a Negro peeing?
And can you give us a definition of that?
What?
Yeah.
A Negro peeing black woman is a woman that feel... Now, I always completely understand that there's women that wear weave for different reasons. Sickness, cancer, their hair thinning, they're getting older. Every now and then they may want to switch up on their hairstyles, okay? But then there's the Negro peeing women that feel that the only way they can show their true beauty is to wear a weave to look like a European.
I would never say that because I look good with or without my weave. Let's be clear.
Okay.
So,
well, if you look...
I am a salon owner. There are various reasons why people do wear extensions. Like you said, I have alopecia clients. I have clients that are suffering from cancer that are going through chemotherapy. I have clients that are thinning like yourself. I have clients. I have men clients. I have men Caucasian clients
I want to hear what more of what Fearless 2005 has to say about this. Now, do you think women with weaves look beautiful?
A lot of the women that wear weave now look like 1970 prostitutes.
So we look like 1970 prostitutes?
They look like 19...
Do we look like 1970 prostitutes?
I'm saying a lot of them look like 1970
now, my brother
prostitutes.
just a minute. He's an extremist.
Okay.
I can understand. Now, you call me an extremist.
Are you married? Do you have a partner? Because I want to know if her hair's natural or not.
No way.
Well, first of all, because it goes back to the nitpicking. Regardless if a person is married or not married, that still does not change.
No, but does your partner have...
Yes, I'm with somebody, been together for 24 years.
Natural hair or extension?
She got natural hair.
How does she wear it? Is it relaxed? Is it colored?
No. Actually, she goes to an older hairdresser that does her hair. They straighten it.
Okay, that's not natural.
And they curl it.
That's not true.
But it's her hair.
I want to move on. Now, one of the things when we were talking about doing this show, I pointed out that coming from Britain, the first thing that people learnt about extensions was a story actually on Victoria Beckham having extensions. In England, extensions, weaves were seen as a white woman's thing. It's only recently become a black woman's thing. Wow. So there you go. And to prove it, I have Bethany here. Stand up for me. Now, this is, yeah, see, I'm teaching you a little bit of history. All right, now this is Bethany. Bethany, you're from England?
Yeah, I'm from Wakefield, England. I've got human hair extensions in. I've been having them in for like over a year. It boosts my confidence. You can do more hairstyles and stuff like that. I don't think there's a problem if you're black or white. You can have extensions if it makes you feel better inside.
Aren't there a lot of girls, loads of girls in England with
extensions? All my best friends have hair extensions.
All the stars, British white stars, have hair extensions.
If I don't have my hair extensions in for a night out, I feel half dressed. I feel like half ready for the night out. That's how I feel.
So does she look like a 70s hooker as well?
See, I was going to comment on that. The difference between her and her wearing the hair, because if you look at her hair looks like her hair. That's the texture of her hair. They look alike. Because she's wearing her own style of hair.
Right.
You don't see any European women.
That's not true.
You don't see any European women putting on African wigs.
They do.
I've never seen it.
They do get perms to make their hair.
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
That's not true.
I've never seen it.
They do get perms to make their hair curly.
I've never seen it.
I actually asked this gentleman what his view was.
So then they can't do that.
What do you think, sir? I want to hear from a guy.
My view on it is I'm team natural. Currently, right now though, weave is in. You know, weave is the new thing.
You just think it's a fashion?
I feel it like I'm a model, I'm an actor, I'm into the entertainment business. I come across a whole bunch of different beautiful women. And I think that weave is just it's a facade. But at the end of the day, if it builds your confidence up as a woman, then go what works for you. You know, at the end of the day, but I'm all for team natural. I'm all for team natural. I got 3 beautiful daughters. My oldest daughter has dreads, and my 2 younger ones has natural hair. It's never been relaxed. It's never been texturized. It's never been anything. And I'm gonna leave that option up to them when they get older to make that decision.
It's not just a black
Yes, yes.
What I was going to say is I feel like black women are often demonized for wearing wigs and extensions and so forth. And the young lady down there, I was going to say, like, black women aren't the only one wearing them. White women are wearing them, all different cultures. They're buying it from India, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Brazil.
It's like not necessarily a form of self-hate. And, you know, you see white people tanning. Does that mean they hate their skin? No, they're just enhancing their skin.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean they're going to tan all the time.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Yeah, that was good.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and we know Fearless 2005 does not speak for every man. So we decided to go to our local barbershop and hear what some average men really think about black hair. Watch this.
Yeah.
Good hair is anything that's not nappy. If I could pass my hand through your hair and it gets stuck, like a net, it's not good hair.
I think natural hair is the way to go for most women, but seems like weave is an epidemic right now. I think the most odd thing that happened to me, it was a fight outside the barbershop, and I went outside and there was a bunch of weed blowing down like tumbleweed down the street. Very odd after a fight.
You sleeping and you think it's a spider web on your neck and you realize it's a weave on your hair, and then once you've been weaved, it's like a horror flick after that. You maintain your hair, it should be no problem.
Do you know what weave is?
I think girls with weave are really hiding their true looks.
I have no problem with a girl with a little afro, as long as it look good.
I like curly the best. Shows out everything between a girl. Shows the naughty and nice.
My wife has long, beautiful hair, but when she wants to wear weave, I'm good with it. As long as I can pull it, we're good.
All right. Okay, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Earlier in the show, we met Arcadia, who was all about the weave and the wig. Now, remember, she owns over 60 hair pieces. She gives them names, and she refuses to be seen with her natural hair. We gave her a challenge. So, now, we're about to see her with natural hair. Her sister Tracy is with me, so let's see her. You ready for this? Come on out, Arcadia. David was the one who created this look for you. He's in the audience. David, stand up. Now, you did this in about 20 minutes. What did you do?
Well, we colored it, we shaped it, and we also sat down and we talked, and I told her not to lose herself in her wigs, her weaves, her braids, whatever, and I wanted her to embrace her own hair.
Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you. Now, I wanted to come to you, Fearless. What do you think?
That's the way it's supposed to be. Now she looks beautiful. She looks like an African queen.
Are you
I was beautiful before.
Yeah. It's even more beautiful now.
Are you going to try this out, keep this for a while?
I'm going to wear it to work. I promised the students I would come back with my hair, so I'm gonna go and let them see me.
Thank you, David. I think you look great.
I feel a little naked, but, you know, I like it.
You like it. Let me thank all of our guests for sharing their stories and their spirited opinions today. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're talking about hair, and at the beginning of the show, I had hinted at my own hair history. So I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm pulling out some old photos to share with you, so be nice, everybody. Okay, so my hair journey started, like many of you, There was that Sunday ritual of having my hair, it was hot combed. Every Sunday, I used to be terrified of the rain. My mother gave me a little rain hat. If it rained, put that rain hat on because you don't want your hair going all frizzy. That was my fear. So one of my most mortifying memories, once my mother punished me because I was messing around, and she made me go to my piano lesson with nappy hair, and I cried and I cried and I cried. And all I was doing was playing the piano, but because I was sitting there with my natural hair, that was the worst punishment. So I'm talking about in the, what, 70s, early 70s. Now, I never saw my mum without her wig. I think we've got a picture. Never, ever, ever, ever. I had to knock on her bedroom door, and she'd be like, just a minute, and she would come out with her wig. Now, I think I've got another picture here where I went to dreadlocks. I had dreadlocks for many years. My mother hated it. She told me I looked like a drug dealer. Because only drug dealers wear locks. They're dirty. Okay, so I had my talk show, and later on, I was on air every single day. And that's actually when I was going through chemotherapy. And I wore a wig when I did my talk show, and I had a short wig. I absolutely hated wearing that wig because my head was so sensitive. Here's another hairstyle. And people went crazy when I had that on TV. It was seen as being too black. You like that? Yes. That's a weave. That's all right. That is a weave. There was pressure to tame the afro. Let me tell you, if you're on television every single day and you're having your hair styled, any female on television, black, white, Asian, will tell you your own hair cannot stand the styling every single day. We nearly all wear weaves or extensions or something. So let me tell you, my husband's been incredibly supportive. He doesn't care about my hair choices. And in fact, I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2008, and it was my husband who said to me, cut it all off. And I used to joke, one day I'm going to cut off all my hair and dye it blonde, and it would be easier to look after. So he said, do that, and I did. It was devastating. I cried. I had to get drunk. My stylist came to my house. This was the day it was done, and I'm there with my daughter. It was my way of saying, you know, to cancer. Now, somebody said about influencing our daughters. Yes, we do influence our children's perceptions. There are my two little girls when they were little with their natural hair. They've got gorgeous, gorgeous curls. I love their curls. I was a single mom for a while. And guess what? When they grew up, they started relaxing their hair. There are my two daughters. One's got a false, just a ponytail. The other one has a weave in. And I say to them, why don't you have your natural curls? Why don't you leave your hair out? And they say, oh, look at you, mother. So, I got to tell you, one of my favorite songs is India Ari's I Am Not My Hair. Because that is something that I think we all, as women, need to remember. India Ari says, I am not my hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. We'll be right back. Thank you, thank you. I want to thank you for watching. Just before we go, I just have a personal note. I got a text from my kid sister's going through breast cancer at the moment, and she had to have her husband cut her hair off last night. So, Paul, I'm thinking of you. Remember, we are not our hair, and you can always get another weave afterwards. Yeah. All right, to Paula. We'll see you tomorrow.